How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today, guys, in this video, get ready, because this is going to be a long video. This is going to take some time. I'm going to go through every single hint, rumor, and all this stuff that has been kind of sent to me over the course of the last 24 hours, guys. I'm going to go through everything, and I'm going to tell you about all these things. And I'm going to just going to go through them pretty quickly, as fast as I can, okay? So I'm going to start with things fast here. So first things first is, this was sent to me by Klaus Solus, who says, just found this image that lists and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee trailer for E3, and these things have been popping up on 4chan all the time, saying that the E3 showcase instructions, yada yada yada, internal use only, or whatever. These have been popping up like crazy lately, and honestly, it's fake. These are fake. These are made, like, but people just make these up all the time. I don't think these are real. There's no way. To begin with, one way you can know this is fake is because they called Metroid Prime, instead of Metroid Prime 4, they call it Renegade, which makes no sense, because we know the game is supposed to be called Metroid Prime 4, not Renegade. That makes no sense. It's supposed to be called Metroid Prime 4. So that just, to me, tells me that this is BS and not real. That one is not real, but I still want to go into it. I know there's a bunch of these. This is not the only one. I think they're mostly fake, guys. These are definitely fake. I don't take these as real whatsoever. It just doesn't make any sense. Also, Fortnite, I think Epic Games specifically said they're not making a Fortnite version for the Switch. They're not doing that. So Fortnite in the bottom literally just proves that this probably is fake. So that's the first one. Next thing here. So, as you guys may remember, this is kind of a little bit of a listing here by PokeExperto, kind of listing up all the things we kind of know so far. So, Pixelbar's tweets have been hinting at Yellow Remix since mid-March, featuring Pikachu and Eevee. At the end of March, a screenshot was posted somewhere that was claimed to be from Pokemon Switch, featuring it riding Lapras and following Eevee on the head. This was posted by Pixelbar as well. On April Fool's Day, somebody posted a list of leaks on 4chan saying "Let's Go," indicating some sort of leaks, loose remake or sequel to Pokemon Yellow, or reboot, as I think it's going to be. Got ignored because of the date being on April 1st. Last week, staff on Resetra started dropping hints that something was happening soon, and then May 10th, Masuda posted an image on Twitter of Eevee and Pikachu wearing a L Luigi hat, referencing to Let's Go. Yesterday, somebody posted on 4chan a leaked logo and a proper 2-version title for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Today, Emily, an admin here on Resetra, posted on a Q&A that hinted at or listed things appearing in the prior 4chan leaks. So, apparently, that's kind of a bit of a quick rundown of things. So I want to kind of include that here and just go through it really quickly with you guys. If you want to check out any of this stuff, guys, it's going to be linked down below. Next thing, okay, this is something I posted myself, and I actually said, like, this makes so much more sense now. As you guys may remember, the Lapras image, right, that we had, the Lapras leak, that one had a trainer riding on a Lapras in water with a Eevee on the head. This is from Pokemon Go. We now know that the Pokemon, Switch game is supposed to have a connection with Pokemon Go in terms of, like, connectivity and, like, being able to earn rewards from each game and, sending them over to each other. And this is literally like that Lapras image. It literally looks just like that. And I never thought much about it. I was like, oh, it's nothing crazy, guys. But it's literally a Pikachu riding on a Lapras' head. It's very odd and very strange. I don't know what to say, guys. It's really odd to me. But that is there if you guys want to look at that. So I want to mention this because it's one of those hints, I feel like, that has been existing for recently. And then also, this comes from Jinx Club, who says here that Nintendo Hong Kong registered Eevee's Chinese name as a trademark, originally from Mega Flygon. And she posts here that, she essentially has an image showing what it's all about. So basically, it was trademarked by Nintendo China, I guess is what they're doing, because I know that, not China, I guess Hong Kong, because I'm not sure, like, what they're, in terms of, universal, like, companies, that sort of stuff, like, who controls what parts of what, I mean, because Hong Kong is, like, slightly away from China. I mean, they're in the same country, but it's got a separate economy and stuff. So it was registered with the Chinese name as a trademark, which is very interesting. So that means that something is happening here, guys. You can see right there, it says on the image right here, Nintendo Kabushiki Kaisha Nintendo Co. Ltd. And then, of course, it's, trademarking Eevee's name in Chinese. And Jinx Club knows about this because she does know Chinese and stuff. I think she is from China, unless I'm getting that wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Poke Serena. Either way, next up is this image that was sent to me. Now, you guys may have already seen this. I already talked about this a little bit. So, this was sent to me by the Sniping Snake, who says, I'm actually convinced now the number of friends has increased, referring to the Gen 1 status, which now include Eevee, or maybe I'm reading into it too much. But no, I agree. this is interesting. The number of friends has increased, and then you have Pikachu, and now Eevee as well. You have freaking Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, and the number of friends have increased. So that's another hint. Next up is this thing that you guys may remember. So this is something that people got wrong. People were assuming the wrong thing about these, but let me explain, right? The names that were trademarked was Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.com and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.com were the names that were trademarked, or not trademarked, but they were picked up. They were registered domains, right? And they were registered through the same kind of company, so to say, or the same corporate, like CSC corporate domains was the service that was used to get these done. And Nintendo always commonly uses these guys to register their domains, and that's why I was mentioning this. Some people thought it was supposed to be just let's go Eevee.com, which takes you to a Rickroll video on YouTube, which that's not the one. That's just somebody messing around and just bought those domains quickly. But these are legit though. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.com and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.com are registered by Nintendo, so these are legit. I mean, we don't know if it's by Nintendo yet, but they are registered to the same service that Nintendo uses, which is a professional service, not just one that you can find on the internet easily like this, you know what I mean, and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to use this. No, this is registered by a proper service that's used for big companies, right? Now, that's one thing. Next thing on the agenda here is your awful rally. So I was looking for leaks, and I heard Miss Rogers tweeted this picture, and I immediately recognized it. Take a nice look at this from an official Pokemon Day video. And there you see Junichi Masuda is holding a Pikachu and an Eevee, and this was on the celebrating the Pokemon Day on February 27th. And it's very, 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 very strange, guys. I don't know. It's just these little hints, these little things, right? Now, I also need to point out that a lot of people need to understand that, like, Pikachu and Eevee are both very high in the popularity scale, right? I think Pikachu's, like, number 5 in Japan, and then, like, Eevee is number 12 or something, and I think Greninja was number 1 the last time they did, like, these, whatever you want to call them, like, surveys. I'm not sure what, like, listings are in the rest of the world, like, in general, but I think Eevee is one of the most popular Pokemon out there, so it makes sense that they could be always showing it off. But they literally made a whole Twitter for Eevee, bring Project Eevee, which is so strange, but it makes sense now. Project Eevee, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It was a project, and now that project's going to turn into a brand new game, where Eevee is on the main freaking thing, right? So that's that. Let's go to the next one. So, if you guys remember this account on Twitter, this Twitter account called Poke Times. Now, these were the guys who did that little video, if you guys remember, that Twitter video where they were showing Pikachu running across a bunch of screens, right? A bunch of screens, running through, like, first Pokemon Yellow is what it was running through, and then Red and Blue, which is very strange, right? First Pokemon Yellow, and then Red and Blue in all the other games until the end, and eventually, the video just reached the end, and that's it, right? And what's really strange is if you look at the corner right here, you can see, and this was, by the way, sent to me by Cal Wilson. Thanks so much, Cal Wilson. I appreciate it. If you look right there, you have Eevee in the, furthest to the left here, and then, like, Pikachu right there as well. And that's very odd again. These weird little hints, right? These creepy little hints. Next up is this video, which I am so confused about. But look at this. Now, I was watching this, right? And I was like, no way. Because I saw somebody retweet. I think it was Flying Feathers, I think, retweeted this, and I was looking at it, I was like, there's no way. I know Eevee's gonna run by, but if there's a Pikachu behind it, I'm gonna freak out. And I'm watching it, and there it is. Literally, Pikachu is behind freaking Eevee, and they're both there. And this was by Project Eevee, by the way. Now, what they actually say here is, today the Pokemon Corporation is very peaceful. They seem to be very peaceful today, while Pikachu and Eevee are roaming the streets, or roaming the corporate, headquarters of Pokemon, the company, right? I don't know what to say, guys. This is all just so insane. But as you know, Project Eevee is becoming big. Eevee is one of the most popular Pokemon out there. They're trying to hype it up even more, so it makes sense. Now, next up is this tweet, as you guys remember. I've already talked about this one, but I want to bring it up again because it's very interesting. So this is once again the Luigi thing. Luigi, saying let's go, it's a me, Luigi, Mario. You know what I mean? And then at the bottom you have again a Pikachu and an Eevee, and he's holding a Pokeball, kind of essentially signaling how you would be using it to catch Pokemon by throwing it, maybe, through the touchpad or whatever, or maybe with the Joy-Cons even. So that's what we were assuming that's, what it kind of is meaning there. Then there was this thing by Pixelpart who essentially said that just a Pikachu and an Eevee chilling out on the Pokemon corporate website, which, yeah, here it is. I mean, nothing crazy here. It's just talking about the video games, the trading cards, the animated TV show, movies, licensed products, the Pokemon Center, Pokemon market size. Just talk about how big they are in figures and stuff. And then you have, like, Pikachu and Eevee, and it's so freaking weird, right? Now, I have gotten a few things that I want to just make sure before we get into those other things that I'm going to talk about now, that you guys understand. These things we're going to talk about right now, these are very much potential to be BS, right? So I got this message on my Facebook group, and I'm going to read the message to you guys, and I was very confused when I saw it, okay? So here's what it says. Good morning, Ruffled. Firstly, I understand if you ignore what I'm about to tell you, due to this account being new with no information about myself on it, but I wish to keep myself and my source anonymous. Either way, my source has informed me that the Pokemon Direct is almost ready. An announcement for it should come by the end of this week, with the Direct itself happening next Thursday. Should be around 10 minutes long. I'll be deactivating once you've read this. However, I'm sure you'll find that some of this info is already out there among the leaks/rumors. Good luck and keep the hype train rolling. So I got this and I was like, okay, if it actually, logically speaking, right, the announcement and stuff could happen tomorrow. They could tell us, oh, we're doing a Direct on Friday, and that would make sense because that's usually how they do things, right? Or it's going to happen next week on Thursday, like this guy's saying that's going to happen, which would make sense because that would be on the 24th, and that would actually fill in perfectly. That would actually be really, really nicely timed. And being about 10 minutes long seems like a perfect amount of time for them to show us the game, maybe give us an update on Pokemon or something or whatever, or maybe even Pokemon Go, I don't know, but something like that, and giving us the names of the games and maybe a little tiny bit of a trailer or whatever would make sense. So I don't know, guys, that seems reasonable to me. This, again, take this one with a pinch of salt and don't, go 100% on this one and believe it, because I don't know what to feel about it. The account was deactivated and disappeared. I can't contact him again. I can't reach him. I tried to ask him questions, but he didn't answer, and the account was just blocked off and just gone. So I don't know what to feel about that one. But the next thing here that I want to talk about, this is actually real info, and this comes from a viewer by the name of Ben. I actually blacked out his name there or read it out his name, because, last name, because I don't want to, share that, because maybe he doesn't want me to share it. So he messaged me with some interesting info that I think is really awesome, and it's actually, very cool when you think about it. So he says, hey, Ruffled, it's only a small detail, but I finally got around to watching the Pokemon I Choose You movie, and the very last thing that Ash says before the credits is, let's go Pikachu. So I think that these games were hinted at as far as back as when the films came out, which just to me makes sense, right? Because in the first movie, Pikachu is the center of that movie. It's Pikachu, Ash, and a bit of Ho-Oh, right? This next movie, the center is Eevee. Eevee, Lugia, and Ash. That is the center of it, right? I mean, you have also Pikachu involved, but it seems like Eevee and this new girl character are going to be the centerfold, and Ash, of course, is going to be involved, and Lugia is going to have a lot of influence as well. So I don't know what to feel about this one, guys. It's very strange to me. I'm very excited about the potential of it, though, so I don't really know what to say, but let me know your opinions, guys. What do you think about this? Do you think it seems reasonable? Do you think it makes sense? Let me know, guys. I want to know your opinions and see what you guys think about it. So that's that one. Let's get to the next thing. Now, this is something that I didn't realize, but this was sent to me by Not Yal Leak, who says basically that, did you realize that the only two non-evolved Pokemon who got Z moves were Eevee and Pikachu? And I'm not sure if this is true, but I think he's correct actually when he mentions it. And when you look at it, yeah, he's right. And there is Tyranitar all of a sudden. But he seems to be right though. I didn't realize this, but that's actually true. Does this mean that there's going to be something special happening with these Pokemon in these next games? If they were the only ones to get Z moves in the previous games, I don't know. It's strange to me, but I'm liking the idea of that. So that's one thing. Then next up is good morning, special delivery Pokemon, let's go. And this was sent to me as well, this, not the specific one, but I was actually, linked into this tweet by, I think, Cag Reacts here. And what he basically has here is who is lookup, and basically it shows you that, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.com is already registered, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.com is registered, Nintendo.com is already registered, and Pokemon.com is registered. And you can look at the information right here. It's actually exactly the same and stuff. So it looks like this shit, it could be real. It seems like it is real. The register INA ID seems to be exactly the same. So I don't know, guys. It seems like these registers are real, and they're maybe, precisely by Nintendo, which means Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu seem to be real. Now, next thing on the list, and I'm going through as fast as possible. So I want to quickly talk about these, because these were sent to me, and people were telling me, oh, these logos were fake, or blah, 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 you know what I mean? These are, not real. These are just recreations, guys. You know what I mean? This is just a recreation. So you can see right here, this was posted about 2 hours. I mean, it's probably been 3 hours now because I haven't updated it. But this deviation right here, this drawing, as you guys can see, these logos, if I can just move my screen here, these were made 2 hours ago, guys. These are not the original logos. Because keep in mind, these are just remakes. These are just fan-made remakes of the logo we've seen. Because keep in mind, if this was actually real, then why would he just be using a normal Pokemon logo and then a green one for the, a normal Pokemon logo for the English and Spanish one, but a green one for the, the Japanese one, right? He'd make them all green, if that makes any sense. If if he was going for that, he'd make them all green. But as you can see, these are better quality than the original post because these are remakes. They're fan-made, guys. These are fan-made. Don't connect this to the actual real one that we've seen so far. Don't connect these together because these ones are fan-made. Just want to point that out really quickly. And also, this is also fan-made. This right here, this is also fan-made, just so you guys understand. But that's that kind of. And next thing I want to go through again is this little list here. I'm going to go through this one really quickly, guys, because this was again the leak that came out on April 1st, on a Sunday in April 1st this year. It came out saying, let's go, Pokemon Let's Go, real leaks, yellow remakes for the Switch, 2 versions, Pikachu and Eevee, red and blue play a role in the story, you and your rival are new trainers, which doesn't then make sense. You're not playing a remake then, they're reboots. Maybe he's just getting remake and reboot wrong there, but either way, following Pokemon Return, HM still replaced by Pokéride from Alola, online has a hub for players, which people are really excited about. I'm actually hyped about that as well. Pokemon Go integration, that maybe just be something like you can trade Pokemon, or you can maybe get rewards for having Pokemon Go connected, or maybe when you walk outside and you get a specific amount of like points or whatever, you may be able to like, use them in the game or whatever, something like that. Catching Pokemon works like in Pokemon Go, which makes sense that you're able to like go into the open and the overworld and that sort of stuff, and that's where you're able to actually see Pokemon and catch them the same way. And I think that's what he means by catching Pokemon in the Pokemon works like in Go. You know what I mean? Maybe it's even like, spinning the Pokeball, or it has to do with like seeing them in the open world, right? And it says also new accessories can be used with both Go and the games. Announcement soon, releasing this year. And then of course, this talks more about the whole thing in general, and that is that, guys. And that's going to be everything that I want to go through in this video. I may have another video later today talking about some stuff I want to debunk. I'm not able to go through in this video because this one's already getting long. So I want to just, talk about all these hints in this video and hear your opinions, guys. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Wolf Have a great day, guys, and let me know your thoughts about this, and bye-bye.